power of sin derives from your mindset. Sin was done away with. But every time you think about sinning, you see, that's where your sin comes from. Huh? Your perception of something. Inside your heart is where sin. They said even if there's a woman or a man, and if you sit there and look at them long enough and you can see yourself with them, you have sinned already. So can I tell somebody in here, how you perceive sin is the way you defeat sin. The way I see sin is I am no longer under sin, but Christ has delivered me from sin. The first verse I just heard, just said, lay aside every weight and be sin. I don't know who this is for, but it helped me when I realized because of Christ, sin has no power over my life. You can say amen, and even if you still got some stuff, because I'm sure there's all of us that we still got some stuff that we need to get together. I ain't saying we sinning, but when we think about it and we want to go there. But let me tell you something, baby. The power that has been dealt with on the cross lets me know that sin does not have dominion over me. It can't keep me bound. I don't have to sin. Sin is not even an option in my life, because every time sin comes along, I remember what Christ did on Calvary. I remember. I know it's early. Touch your neighbor and wake him up. Tell him God got something he's trying to get to you. The curse broken. The power of sin broken. Death broken. Christ took on sin. I watch these CSIs and Law and Orders, and I always see how they would send somebody undercover to infiltrate and to arrest what's trying to happen. Christ took on sin. And for me, he went undercover because he knew no sins. But under that covering of sin, he went and defeated death. I always wondered why Christ did what he did for me. And I came to discover that he knew one day I was going to quit and make up in my mind that for him I'm going to live. That for him I'm going to die. That for him I'm going to serve. Shorty, even if you got to go by yourself, Christ has afforded you the opportunity to live. But he did away with the curse. He did away with sin. The power of sin. And then he took the sting from death. Then it said they buried him after he gave up his life. Can I tell you something? When you operate under the auspices of being dealt with by the cross, can't nobody take nothing from you. Huh? They can't take nothing from you unless you give it. Because what God has brought in your life, what God has for you, can't no devil in hell, no boss, no hater stop what God has for you. When you really realize how you've been dealt with by the cross, you understand that it does not matter how the odds are against you. You know that you serve a God that specializes in showing up when your back is up against the wall. He specializes in showing up when all the odds are against you. How do you know that, Hall? Because he said, if I be for you, I'm more than. The whole world against you. That's why, shorty, I quit crying at night. Huh? That's why I quit murmuring about things that wasn't going right. That's why I just started praying for stuff that didn't look right. Because now I've come to realize that everything Jesus paid for me, he went through so that I could go through. Right now, I came to realize that my Jesus, they told me he was whipped with a cat of nine tails, 39 lashes. Even after all of that, he gave up his life.